What is up, guys? Welcome on back to the news with TK. And boy, things are not looking great for Letitia James. You know, the initial reports came out that she may have fabricated or intentionally lied on mortgage forms to get more favorable rates, more favorable loans, amounts, things of that nature. And where have we heard that before? Oh, that's right. She prosecuted the current president for that exact same thing. Well, there's a couple of other updates that are in play right now. And I saw this amazing dialogue that was going on over on Stuart Varney's show asking about it. And they also came up with some valid questions. What happens to the current president's pending issue? Like, an appeal usually doesn't take that long. It seems that maybe the governor is intentionally interfering in judicial processes. Could we see the governor and the attorney general get charged with federal crimes? I don't know, but let me show you this clip from Stuart Varney, because I was literally like, oh.
The Trump administration accused New York Attorney General Letitia James of mortgage fraud. They've made a criminal referral to the Justice Department seeking federal prosecution. The Attorney General's office responded saying this: Attorney General James is focused every single day on protecting New Yorkers, especially as this administration weaponizes the federal government against the rule of law and the Constitution. She will not be intimidated by bullies, no matter who they are. Andrew Cherkasky joins me now. Is Trump playing his own form of lawfare in New York?
Well, I think they say people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Right.
It's beyond ironic that the allegations that she's now facing stem from the exact same types of mortgage fraud or loan type fraud that Trump went through that incredible civil trial on, where he defended himself, and he said that those banks and those financial institutions that he dealt with had acknowledged and had their own fair opportunity to look into and do their research. The allegations against Letitia James are not quite as friendly to her, and they look quite damning. Now, the DOJ is going to start their investigation. That's going to take some time. I don't know how many resources they're going to put behind that. But if these allegations that are being put forth turn out to be true, she is going to be facing the same sort of bankruptcy and turning over of her assets to the state that Donald Trump had to through that trial.
Well, I've got a follow-on question for this. Do you remember the February meeting between Trump and Governor Hochul, New York Governor Hochul, over New York City's congestion tax? Well, the New York Post is reporting that Hochul threatened Trump over the measure. She referred to the appeal against his civil fraud case and told him, "I control the judges." Hochul is denying that report. But my question is Trump still subject to that $480 million penalty? How's that going to play out?
Well, that appeal has been going on forever at this point. It is well beyond the normal amount of time that the appeal courts look at a case like this, and he is incurring interest in the amount of over $100,000 a day for that bond that he had to put up while the court slowly goes through it. Now, the Governor Hochul piece of it is, as of right now, kind of a he said, she said type of situation where she's denying that she said these things, but they sound like things that could be said, where she's leveraging her powers in the state to try to gain some sort of power or advantage in the negotiations that she's got with the White House.
So shout out to Stuart Varney for having that on there, because he didn't want to let the question go. He goes, what is happening to the president's money if he's losing $100,000 a day in interest? Yeah, I guess he could sue the state of New York to get the money back. I think he just wants to be proven that he was right? And have the case overturned, and then the same thing will end up happening with his criminal case with those felonies. But I have to be honest here, like, I can't not get over the fact that the governor of New York could possibly intentionally be screwing with the judicial process to try to keep it where the president can't get his appeal heard. Or, like, maybe she's having that conversation, or she's talked to those judges and go, you're going to wait. You're not going to render a decision on this. Just wait. Like putting it off while they try to negotiate this. But now what's funny is your attorney general could be facing federal charges. Is she going to continue? I mean, here's the thing. It's not where it's like, and it's really ballsy, right? The attorney general in New York is making the claim that the president is weaponizing the justice system. Really? Like that dude said on the clip, don't throw stones in a glass house. Really? And here's the thing. She knew that she had done this. She didn't think that when he became president. That's why I think they started making the statements and saying the things that they were saying after he was elected, because I think they knew they were in trouble. And look, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean it, though. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You prosecuted this guy and said that all of these claims, and here's the thing, his weren't as bad. His were nowhere near as bad as what is showing on paper that the Attorney General of New York did. Like saying her dad was her husband. That's a little, right? Saying that your 5-unit building in Brooklyn is actually a 4-unit building so you can get a more favorable interest rate. Are you going to pay back that 1% of interest over however long that loan was to that bank? But it could lead to Letitia James's financial ruin. The same way the president had to go through and do all of this stuff, the feds could literally come in because of the mortgage fraud or wire fraud, bank fraud, whatever it charges this attorney general gets slapped with. They could literally come in and seize the assets. Sound familiar? Don't throw stones in a glass house. Message of the day. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comment section down below. We're back at it. I appreciate taking you guys working with me here to take a day off. I did an article or a video over on TK's Garage over on the car channel dealing with the California Air Resource Board and whistleblowers. And you might want to go over there and check that out if you are only here for the news channel and you didn't know I had a whole separate channel. But go check that out. And I might talk about that here if a very well-known congressman ends up picking up this mantle and running with it. So stay tuned. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.